We are on the go with Joe, and today he is giving Snow White a martial arts makeover. Joe is at the Northwest Children's Theater, which is putting on a new twist on this classic tale. He joins us live from Northwest Portland to explain. Hi, Joe.
Hey, good morning, Pete. Yes, back here live with Melody Bridges. Good morning to you, Melody. How are you?
Good morning. Good to see you.
Northwest Children's Theater. Thank you for having us today.
Sure.
And we've got a couple people up here on stage. Okay, this is John Ellingson. He's one of the cast members of Snow White. And then this is Zero Feeney, who is the martial arts fight coordinator. Okay, now the very fact that you have a martial arts fight coordinator in a Snow White story tells me this is something a little bit different. Tell us about your adaptation of Snow White.
Sure. We do several new adaptations every year, and for Snow White, we wanted it to be a little bit different than your normal Snow White. So this show is all based on the artwork and forms of anime, which is very, very popular with kids and families and some of the adults too.
Kind of a Japanese form of animation, again, as you said, very popular with the youngsters. And it's not just the martial arts. For instance, this gentleman's look, John's look, is very striking. He's one of the dwarves, only in this case, they're not dwarves, right?
Yes, they've been replaced by 7 spirits, which are 7 characters that help Snow White, very much in the vein of the traditional story. And he is Shinigami, the spirit of death.
Whoa, very cheery. So this would suggest that, you know, what's the age range that you're looking at this? Because it's a little bit more mature maybe than some youngsters may be used to.
Yes, I would agree with you. And it's actually, we recommend for about 6 and up.
Okay.
Certainly is very much enjoyed by adults as well. And the Children's Theater is a great time to introduce your youngster and see if it's time for them to join the theater community.
Okay, it's going to be playing through the end of the month, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. For times, just log on to their website. We've got a link to it at kptv.com. Thank you, Melody.
Sure.
And we'll have more from the Northwest Children's Theater a little bit later in the show. Pete, let's send it back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Joe.
We're on the go with Joe, and he is checking out a show that mixes a magic mirror with some martial arts. Joe is visiting the Northwest Children's Theater, which has put a new spin on the story of Snow White. He joins us live now to tell us about this unique interpretation. Hi, Joe.
Hey, good morning, Kim. Yeah, I'm on stage now with Natalie Hovey. Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm great.
Great. Now, you may not recognize her immediately, but Natalie is the title character in the Northwest Children's Theater's adaptation of Snow White. Now, the reason you've got the funky outfit, the purple hair, the whole 9 yards is this is an anime interpretation of Snow White. Anime being a popular form of Japanese animation with, you know, big hair, big eyes, and in some cases some cool martial arts moves. You guys had to learn martial arts for this production of Snow White. Is that correct?
Yes, we did. Our instructor was Zero right here with the purple stick.
Now,
Awesome.
did you have any background in martial arts prior to this? I'm sure you were an actress. But...
I've never had any background in martial arts or staff fighting. This is all very new for me and very exciting.
And so this is an integral part of the show. You were telling me Snow White herself, you have a big bow staff fight sequence in the show. Is that right?
A ton of fights. I fight with the cat, I fight with Leah, and they're very intense staff fights.
Can you show me a couple moves here?
Like moves. This is called a flourish. Like this, you go like this, and then when you hit, you go down right here.
All right.
Here, like
All right. Yeah. No, we got it. We got it. Just keep it a safe distance. Nicely done. And the cool thing is they've still got several more weeks that they're going to be performing this. Northwest Children's Theater. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You have some matinee performances on Saturdays and Sundays, and then some evening shows as well. Correct?
Yes.
All right, so for more information, just log on to their website. We've got a link to it at kptv.com, and we'll have a lot more coming up a little bit later. Can I try this?
Yeah.
We'll have a lot more coming up a little bit later in the show. Kim, let's send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Joe, thank you. Good day.
We are on the go with Joe, and he's not sleepy, sneezy, or even dopey, but today Joe is spending some time with Snow White. This is no Disney movie, however. Joe is learning about a new twist on this classic story. He joins us live with more from the Northwest Children's Theater. Hi, Joe.
Hey, good morning, Pete. Yeah, it's an anime version of Snow White, courtesy of the Northwest Children's Theater. Anime being the popular form of Japanese animation, so they've definitely put their own twist on the story. Instead of dwarves, for instance, they have the 7 spirits that Snow White has to discover. This is the anime Snow White, along with her sister Rose Red, the evil queen, Poison Apple right in hand. And then Kevin Michael Moore, you play, who do you play, sir?
I'm the mirror.
Okay, so what are you up to right now? Mirror?
Pretty much just standing here reflecting.
See what he did there? Okay, now tell me about the character of the mirror, because I can't help but notice you're not attached to a wall, correct?
No,
I mean, you're an actual...
I'm not on a wall. I've got feet.
Yes.
I still have to always tell the truth.
Always tell the truth. Okay, so can I do a little mirror thing here? I mean,
sure.
All right, so... Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, is this in fact the greatest show in the history of theater, would you say?
Absolutely.
Okay, so he has to tell the truth. Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, does this outfit make me look fat at all?
Yeah, no. Not so much.
Awkward, awkward. Okay, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
Well, she's standing right next to me, and I have to say so, or off with my head.
I know the feeling. It's the same thing dealing with our anchors at the station. Folks, Northwest Children's Theater's Snow White runs through the rest of this month, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For more info, just log on to KPTV.com, and we'll have a lot more coming up a little bit later in the show. Pete, let's send it back to you. You truly are the fairest of them all, my friend.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I just broke that mirror. Joe, thank you very much. 6:55 somewhere down below those clouds, Joe V is hanging out. He is giving Snow White a martial arts makeover. He is at the Northwest Children's Theater, which is putting a new twist on this classic tale, and he joins us live from Northwest Portland to explain. Hi, Joe.
Good morning, Pete. And let me just say, you know, I'm thrilled for the first time in my life to be a redhead. Courtesy of the folks at the Northwest Children's Theater, they're getting ready for their big show, Snow White. Actually, already opened. It's an anime reinterpretation. So anime is a popular form of Japanese animation. So right now, we're going to do a little number from the show. You're going to see the mirror on the wall. You're going to see the Wicked Queen, Snow White herself. But there's going to be a lot more martial arts than you might remember from the original telling. So let's go ahead and get that for you. Action!
Where's the Queen?
Time for the daily giving.
She is the fairest of the land. She's kind. She's giving. Her kingdom lots of wealth. She's as giving as she's fair. No one really can compare. Take a look, you must agree. She's the fairest.
That's the mirror.
All her subjects love her well. There's no one who disagrees. She's the fairest queen that there ever was. She's the fairest in the land.
And if you can't guess, this is the Queen.
Mercy me. Really me? What a gift you think of me. Such a royal treasure by any measure. My fairest me. Mirror! Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is fairest of them all?
You are my queen.
And this is where it gets a little crazy. This right here is Snow White. Only she's twirling a bow. This is not Walt Disney, and this is her sister Rose Red. Again, this is the unique anime twist that they're putting on here. This was not in the original Brothers Grimm tale, as you can imagine. A couple of battling sisters. Whoa! All right, time out. Whoa, all right, I'm going to stop that before somebody gets hurt. Ladies, lovely, lovely. Bravo to all of you, Your Highness. Nicely done. Ladies and gentlemen, Snow White, the anime version of Snow White. Hey, don't point that thing at me. The anime version of Snow White continues through the rest of this month. Excuse me. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They've got some matinee shows on the weekend. For more info, just log on to KPTV.com. Guys, I've been very impressed. I think coming up in our next segment, I'd like to learn some of your anime martial arts moves. Does that sound good? All right, that's coming up in just a bit, Pete. Let's send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Joe, thank you. We're on the go with Joe, and he is checking out a show that mixes a magic mirror with some martial arts. Joe is visiting the Northwest Children's Theater, which has put a new spin on the story of Snow White. He joins us live to tell us about this unique interpretation. Joe.
Yeah, Pete, you know, earlier one of the cast members here said I looked like the illegitimate son of David Bowie and the Heat Miser. Why is that? Well, I'm just trying to fit in with Natalie Hovey and the cast of Snow White at Northwest Children's Theater. It's their anime interpretation of Snow White. So basically look through the lens of Japanese animation. And instead of dwarves in this Snow White, you have...
Spirits.
Spirits. So there are these 7 spirits that Snow White must seek out. And they each have their own, I guess, form of martial arts. Is that correct?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so let's meet some of these spirits, shall we? And I'll see if I can't learn a few moves from them. First off, young lady, who do we have here?
Cactus.
Cactus, okay. And
the spirit of pain.
And that's the cactus move, right? That is actually kind of like...
try it out?
That's what I look like when I fight. It's like, oh gosh, no, put that me,
like
please.
watching yourself.
How was that? Was that okay?
Yeah.
You don't have to shriek, though? Yeah? No? Okay. Who is this cheery-looking fellow that we have right here?
Shinigami.
Shinigami. Now, Shinigami is the skeleton spirit. Okay, again, not necessarily in the original, certainly not in the Disney version, but he's in the anime version. Joel, what does Shinigami do? Let's see it. Oh, so he's got the bow there. Look at that. Okay. Oh, and you had to learn how to do all this bow stuff, right?
Yes,
look at that.
fighting.
Oh my gosh. You could be a drum major now at your high school. Okay, who's this gentleman? My goodness.
This
This
is
guy looks like he came...
Redbird. Spirit of passion.
Yeah, he looks like he came straight from like Carnival in Rio or something. And he's the spirit of what now?
Passion.
Of passion, of course he is. Look at that, Robin Redbreast there. And that's your pose right there? Yes. Okay.
Look at those wings. They're beautiful. They're
yes,
magnificent.
They're gorgeous. All right. Last but not least, who is this dreadlocked brother that we got coming in here?
Spirit of
Wolf?
freedom.
Spirit of freedom. Right on. The patron saint of dreadlocks. Oh, let me see that. Okay. Is that all right?
Get a little claw.
All right, bro. Nice, man. Tasty. Yeah. And can you show us another little move here?
So this is a flourish right here, where you go like this.
Right,
so if you want to pick up your stuff. Very good. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that.
No, stuff
now,
going.
Snow White is playing right now through the rest of this month, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They have multiple shows. For more info, log on to kptv.com. All right. Coming up in our final segment, I think we all get together and show the world the moves we got. What do you think?
Our moves.
All right, that's coming up in just a bit, Pete. Let's send it back to you in the studio.
Okay, be careful. Don't hurt anybody there, Joe. All right, 8:26. Joe, and he's not sleepy, sneezy, or even dopey, although that's arguable.
Yes.
But today, Joe is spending some time with Snow White.
Yeah, this is no Disney movie, however. Joe is learning about a new twist on the classic story. He joins us live with more from the Northwest Children's Theater. Hi, Joe.
I'm looking a little dopey right now, though, guys, which has me feeling a little grumpy, quite honestly. But, folks, no, this is not Walt Disney's Snow White. This is the Northwest Children's Theater putting their own unique spin on the classic tale. They're doing it anime style. That is Japanese animation, so a style you've seen in many movies, cartoons, even video games, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of martial arts in this, obviously outrageous hairdos and outfits, and then instead of 7 dwarves, we have 7 spirits, and you're looking at 6 of them right here. The 7th spirit is a mystery spirit that you don't see until the end of the show. You're gonna have to see this live to see that 7th spirit. I will assume the role of the 7th spirit for now, but not only did they have to learn martial arts, they had to learn drumming. There's live drumming in the show. So the 6 spirits and myself are going to give you a little live demonstration of all that they've learned, a little martial arts, a little drumming, straight from Snow White. So hit it! Up first is the turtle, the spirit of wisdom. And he's buff and likes to show it off. Now this is the wolf. He is the spirit of freedom, hence the dreadlocks. Looks like he came from a fish concert. Okay, this is the red bird. He is the spirit of war. And there you go, fearsome. This is the cactus, the spirit of pain, a kung fu cactus, ladies and gentlemen. Now this is a skeleton. He is a spirit of death, which is cheery. Like I said, that isn't necessarily the Walt Disney version. They say it's aimed at kids 6 and up. And this is the cat, the spirit of sleep, which is a spirit I do not know well, the hours I work, and I will play the 7th spirit of buffoonery. We'll do battle, Snow White. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Snow White, Northwest Children's Theater anime version of Snow White is already underway. It's going to continue through the end of this month, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They have matinee shows on the weekend and lots more, of course, during the evening as well. For more info, just log on to kptv.com. Snow White and the 7 Spirits, I want to thank you so much. But, you know, I think it's time you and me had a little rematch. Oh. Drummers, hit it! Let's get to wrap it up with Snow White and the crew. With Joe V. Let's send it back to you in the studio. Yeah.
Somebody's going to get hurt. Come on. Play with big sticks like that.
Right. Poke an eye out. Yeah, be careful.
Yep.
I'm going to have the, you know, you were asking me earlier.